If you like this video, make sure to visit our Vimeo page and follow us to get the latest update.
Yeah, hi guys, we'll just start off. And do you guys have any questions on what we have discussed in the previous, or any issues in the assignments which we have discussed on?
Hi Shankar, Sanjeev.
Yeah, hi Sanjeev.
Okay, look, I tried to do the assignment, but there are a few things which I would like to ask. Looks like I have access issue also. First, when I tried to create the model, I was trying to create the model through the dimensions which you have given, you have provided the data for.
Okay.
So when I created the model, I have been asked to add the currency as a mandatory, otherwise it doesn't allow me to create the model. So currency is a mandatory field?
No. Did you raise a request on access issues? Which model you are talking about? You are talking about, you have taken standard one or any other thing?
I created the financial.
Financial, it's a currency is a mandate.
Okay.
It's always better we practice on the basic model, standard one.
Okay.
Instead of going for advanced ones.
Right.
Because standard ones doesn't take any logics or any other things as like currency conversions or journal postings. So whenever these things are being considered, we have to take their respective dimensions as also into the system and then work on that. So just tell me if you can.
Yeah. Can you just have a look? Yeah.
Sure. 1 second. User 522. Okay.
So financial do have a mandatory as a currency.
Yeah.
Okay. But standard does not.
Standard does not have. Only 4 dimensions are mandatory for any model.
Right.
Which model environment you are talking about?
Okay, so I'm in 102.
Okay. So these are the things which you have, right?
Yeah, so I created these dimensions, and then I created 2 models also.
Okay. So which models you have created in this?
So the class model, the second one.
Okay.
So it did ask me to add currency there, so I have to add a currency because
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was as these are these dimensions have the data which you have provided.
Okay. If I just select standard here,
yeah,
there are no calculation options for this type of model it's giving, right, in the options. So whenever you select on this financials, you can just look at the options there. It will have the rates as a mandatory exchange field.
Yes.
For calculations. So whenever you take rates, currency would be a default dimension which is to be selected, input currency or any dimension which is based on currency, so that it will have its impact on the currency. So whenever you consider financial thing, you will have that kind of thing. And whenever you take on consolidation, you have to select 2 other things. One is rates, and another one is a mandatory model is an ownership model. If you don't have this model, you will not be able to work on the consolidation model.
Yeah, that's great. It's a good tip actually. Yes, okay. Fair enough.
So it was always better if you go on for the standard where there will not be having any calculations for this. You can just click on next, and now you can remove currency.
Okay, right.
Click on finish.
Fantastic. Okay. Probably that's why I was struggling. Why this is not giving me the what I'm looking for?
So even when I was telling you on the model side, I was just whenever I was training you on this, I was specifically told that it's better we go on for the standard one instead of going for ownership or consolidation type or financial type, wherein we can just eliminate all these kind of confusion stuff. Then if you take financial thing, currencies and mandate, and if you take consolidation thing, it is always we have to take another ownership model. It's not a dimension wherein we will take on that, but this model we have to select ownership type of model, because this contains all the consolidation dimensions and all those things, so that whenever you do any consolidation kind of thing or do any consolidation process, it will take all the financial aspects or all the currency related consolidation related options for that functionality. So it's always better we go with the standard one once we are practicing on, and once we complete the consolidation part in the training session, we'll be able to understand what is this consolidation process, what is ownership, and what is this rates and other stuff.
Okay, fair enough. So initially we should remain with the standard one. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. So I have modified your class underscore model to a standard one.
Right.
I have removed the input currency from the dimension list.
Right. Okay. Great. Okay. Okay. So I created I tried to create a report. You know, the first one, you know, the time and the account one.
Okay.
Now, when I tried to input that data there, I did not have access. It says that you can't perform a write function.
Answer.
So does the security go hand in hand?
I'm not sure. I have to look at the issue.
Okay.
Because on the other day also we had some same issue. So if that is the case, I can just solve it out. Let me see what is the issue I have. Which model is that?
It is class underscore model. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, while we are on here, Shankar, I have one more question here. Look, I'm not a person from the finance side, so I would like to know, you know, when we have all these dimensions here, what are the base level in all of these? You know, how do you select? I can understand the time part, but what about the account part? How do I know that this is the base level here?
Okay. Whenever you click on this account dimension at context, you just select other members.
Yeah.
And if you just see the hierarchy here, the first node is balance sheet.
Yeah.
Under this you have total assets. Just drill down to total assets. You have fixed assets and current assets. And before that you have plus. So if you don't have any plus over there, it is called as base member.
Yeah.
If it is having plus, it's in the hierarchical level.
Right.
So if you just I currently have selected current assets, and by default in the default report, whenever you execute, it will take as member and children. So it is showing as current assets plus the two base level members it is having, like one is cash and another one is accounts payable, receivable.
Yeah.
And similarly, if you just drill down to total liabilities and equity, you will have two other children, and then you have base level members. So now I'm just selecting total equity here, and the one which the report will be replaced with all the base level members, all the 4 members, and the member itself total equity. Okay.
Okay. Right. So if you choose the one level above the member, that's what you need to choose when you pick up the base level.
Not exactly. The best option would be whenever you are designing any report, go to edit report, click on the respective dimension, and here you have member and children, right?
Yeah.
You just remove that, select context if you are willing to change it from your context.
Yeah.
Then go for base level member. So whenever you select on anything, you will be displayed as base level member. And here also it is member and children, remove that. Context, base level member, select the option, click on OK. So this is how we do select base level member in the report. So it is always advisable to modify the report in the edit report so that there won't be any confusion or any problem in the report.
Yeah, okay.
So you won't see any other member other than this base level.
Yeah.
So whatever you select here, even if you select current assets, these things will be changed accordingly.
Yeah.
Okay. You have account consolidation. Okay. As measures. Okay. So we can just try to enter this. Sheet options. Input. Okay. Refresh. Save data. So is this the error you are getting?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. You can just practice it now. It will be. It is rectified.
Right. Okay. So what do you do? How do you troubleshoot this in case this happens in our real scenario?
Real time scenario, you have to raise an issue. This is not the job I have to do actually.
Okay.
This is a purely basis, right authorization, right operation issue, right optimized. You don't have authorization, or these kind of things are to be taken care by basis, not by a BPC consultant in real time. But whenever it is on a friendly basis,
yeah,
you just need to go to a respective backend. So since you are working on the environment 102 and you have created class underscore model, and whenever you create any model or whenever you create any environment, those things will be created automatically in SAP BI. So if I just click on this BI part, so you just need to go to the respective BW connection, log in with your credentials.
Yes.
Okay, and you have a transaction code called as RSA1.
Correct.
That will take us to an area wherein we created all the info providers. Info providers are nothing but your models.
Yeah.
So we have to drill down to our respective environment. So in our case, it is 102, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Yep. We have already had environment 102.
Yes.
And the model we are working is as class_model. So
Yeah.
right click on that. We just need to go to planning specific properties, change real-time load behavior. We just need to select on the second option, real-time data target can be planned, data loading not allowed. So this is the option we have to select. One will allow data into the model by using your input schedules. Another will not allow.
Okay.
So this is the error which we are getting. We can just select the other option, and we can just rectify that.
So in general scenario, which option should the user will have? So the real scenario when the user will be having this access. So which one which should be ticked on here?
The second one, the one which I have selected.
Okay. Okay.
Because we will not be able to load the data, right, from the input schedules. So there is no point in all these models. And here if you see, these are the models or these are the environments which are already in SAP BPC. And the other stuff, we have unassigned nodes, business information warehouse, info area, technical content. These are the content which a BI consultant has created. But these things which are created in SAP BPC.
So this is the back end from the front end, and they get created automatically once you do it in BPC.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So even if you just see at 522, which is my model, we have all the models which are available. These are the models which we have, right? ZT fast, ZT test, and all those things. You do all have. So this is your backend system wherein you create anything in SAP BPC that will get reflected in here, in the under the tab called as business planning and consolidation.
So this is the default folder when the BPC is installed, right?
Yep.
Okay. Right. Okay.
So this is the one which has to. I'm not sure whether you have access to the system or not.
We do have access. I did have a look on this one, but I did not know, that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So whenever you have any authorization issues, please escalate that to SAP BPC, basis team, so that they can rectify it.
Okay.
Please don't modify anything. It's just a case of information wherein you can just have a knowledge on that. But make sure you don't change any authorizations. That will impact maybe other trainers or other students who are working on that.
Okay.
So you just practice on the things which we have discussed on.
Yeah.
And today we'll just go on, Sanjay.
No. I'll just complete this once I finish today's class and complete these assignment actually.
Yeah, that should be fine. And I've just prepared a small matrix here wherein I just want you to see into this so that we can just have on the same page. So these are the topics which we will be discussing on in the training session. So if I'm not wrong, these are the topics which are already covered, like what is an introduction to SAP BPC, roadmap, versions, previous versions, current versions, overview on the latest version, classic and unified, modeling aspects in BPC, and how do we create environment, properties, dimensions, models, and all those stuff. And in reporting thing, we have also completed these things, working with BPC for Excel, and developing reports using APM functions and cell-based functions. And we have also covered on advanced formatting options, like view formatting, right? We do have a formatting option in BPC, so we have already covered that. So pending from in reporting are macros, and I have asked one of my friends to share a complex reports and some real-time scenarios, so that I can just show you on sample reports like input statements or balance sheet, So I asked him to send it on Friday, but for some reason he was busy and he could not able to send it. So I'll be getting those things up by Monday. So we'll just discuss all these things and also macros on the next 2 classes, so that we can just complete this. So for today, we'll just go on with another small topic in SAP BPC, which is very small in BPC.
Hello?
Yep.
Hey, Shankar.
Yep.
Is it possible? Can you please post that schedule that you have on Excel to show us what was completed and not? Because someone like me, I'm still trying to catch up.
These are the topics which are already completed.
Yes.
In introduction to SAP BPC, setup environment model and dimension.
Yeah, can you post it on? Can you post it maybe
reporting,
on your?
We have covered these 2 topics and advanced view formatting options.
Okay. What I'm saying is that will it be possible for you to post it on the discussion board or on part of the assignment or somewhere so that I can follow it through?
This one?
Yes. So that what we've done so far, because I'm still trying to catch up.
What is the purpose of posting it in the discussion board?
Or somewhere, so that I can have.
We'll not be able to change there, right?
No, I don't want to
Every
change.
time it doesn't look nice. I have completed this. I have completed that.
Yes, but me, you have completed it, but me, I want to go back and
so the thing is, we just need to create on macros and some samples I have to show you on complex reports. So we'll just complete that in the next sessions. So I think everyone has this training session, right? Training curriculum.
Yeah, it's there on the blog. I understand it is there. I've seen a couple of times.
But it's not like this.
Okay. So this one and that one is almost the same. That is in the HTML format and this is XLS format. That's it. Word. If you want, I can just share you this. I don't mind. I can just send you across this. I don't have any problem with this. So once I'm done with this, I'll just share this on the dashboard assignment section, so that you can just have. So for today's session, we'll just have a small topic here. This one. So BPC is also has securities option here, wherein this is a major crucial thing for all SAP BPC consultants. In SAP BPC, we'll not create any user here. We'll just import any user from SAP BI. All the SAP user creations is being handled and is being created in SAP BI, not in SAP BPC. User creations is done in backend, that is SAP BI, and we just import those users to SAP BPC. Import users list from SAP BI to BPC, and we assign those users to the respective teams, user profiles, and data access profiles. And in SAP BPC, we do have 4 different options. Like one is on security setup, is nothing but users kind of thing here. So in securities, we do have 4 set of things. One is users, second one is teams, third one is task profiles, fourth one is data access profiles. Users, as I've already told you, will not create any users. We'll just add the users to the environments and manage their access rights by using this users option in SAP BPC. We'll not create any user in SAP BPC. We just assign their access rights to their respective environments and we'll manage their access rights.
But
Teams
you
are
can
nothing.
sorry.
Yeah, go on.
But we can create users in BI, and from there, once we create the user there, it will be available to assign the profiles here. That's right?
Yeah, we'll just create users in SAP BI, and then the basis administrator will transport or import those users to SAP BPC. It's not that as and when we create any user in SAP BI that is available. Some basis administrator has to do some homework on that so that is available in SAP BPC as well.
I'm sorry, sorry, Shankar, I have a bit of understanding of this, that if you create, once you create a user in BI, that is available to, is available in BPC, and then you can assign the profiles or teams from there. Is that not right?
I'm not sure of BI part, but users have been created in SAP BPC, SAP BI, and whenever any basis administrator creates user, usually that should be available in BPC. Whenever we are doing any upgrade project or anything, we'll just import all those things through a transport request to SAP BPC. Is that fine?
No, that's fine. I was just because that's fine. Probably it could be a scenario that you have to import. Could be.
I'm not sure whether I do have an access to this or not. Transaction
SU01, I think.
SU01 should be SU09. Okay. Here is the screen for when you will create, and once you create these things, it should be available. But in practice, or whenever you are creating any fresh BPC system, we'll transport these users through a transport request. But once it is established BPC system, we think we should have all the users available once we have that in BI. But I'm not sure, because I'm not the right person on strong person on basis team. So these are the options available in SAP BPC, and Teams is nothing but is just a similar kind of wherein you can just whenever we are discussing on Teams, it can be anything. Like it can be a HR team, or it can be a finance team, or it can be any team like sales or any other thing, wherein it has a group or set of people assigned to a respective group of tasks. Like finance people will be doing on finance related models or any other thing. Sales people will be working on sales related models. HR people will be working on HR related or HR related models, something like that. So we can just assign, or we can just assign the users for a respective teams with the same access rights. So whenever you are working on any specific team or a specific project, whenever we are working on the project, we do have a client side from various teams like finance, sales, or HR. So finance related team will have access to all the financial related cubes. Sales team will have access to their respective cubes, and HR people will be having access to their HR related models or human rights HR related dimensions, or whatever be the options they have. They'll have those things, and we'll assign those teams with users, respective users. Maybe HR users will be maximum of 5 to 10 people. It can be more than that, but it depends on how big is the organization and all those stuff. And depending upon those, we just assign those teams or assign those users to the respective teams by discriminating with their job duties. And then comes with task profiles. Task profiles is the one which allows to do your duties, do your tasks assigned by the respective users or teams. So whenever you are working, user task profiles is something like it is a profile which we can work on that. So example, if you just take on data load is a task which can be done in SAP BPC, and this is also called as task profile, wherein respective users can only work on this data load. Not every user can use or not every user can work on this data loads. So these kind of tasks like working on securities or working on business process flows or working on data manager packages or working on any administration tasks. And in administration, we do have different set of tasks like creation of environment, creation of models, creation of dimensions, and all those stuff. These are nothing but task profiles which are being assigned to respective users and respective teams by using this option called as task profiles in Securities. So the last one is data access profile. This profile sets us how to access the models and assign them to respective users and teams. So we'll just look at how do we go on with these things. We'll just discuss the data access profiles once we directly with on the system itself. So just click on administration tab, go to security, and then users. Currently it is having only one user in the system, so we can just add multiple users. You can just create any user ID or whatever be the things. So if I just click on PPC admin, you can just click add here. It will also come up to the selected users here, and then click on next. You can just add your teams here if you have multiple teams, but here we only have is admin team, so we can just add as an admin for environment 522, and then click on next, and it shows the review part. We have added one user to the environment who will belong to one team, and the team is admin team, and the user we have selected is BPC admin. If you just click on here finish, that will add up your respective user to the team, and he can also work on this EPM user 522. So if I just need to click on finish, but I'll not be doing that. So this is the procedure to do it for users. So whenever you're working on security users, you can just add multiple users depending upon the requirement. You can just add users in number of things and just click on next. Add to your teams here. You just need to select the teams. If you have multiple teams, you can just add them, and the final step would be finish. So then comes with is teams here. Here we only have one team here. We can just add up another team like ZaranTech team ZaranTech. So I'm just clicking on next, and the teams I would like to users I would like to add is EPM user 522, which is mine. I'm clicking on next, and here I am just having a review on what I have already did. Added a team ZT, and the number of users I have selected is 1. So I'm just clicking on finish. So the team has been finished, and okay, we have another user here, another team available. So if you just go back to the users again and click on add BPC admin If you just click on next here, you can see two different teams. Previously it was only one team we have, but now we have created a ZT. You can also see this ZT team available, wherein we can also select this ZT and we can just add up here. So this is what is all about the teams here. And the next one would be on task profiles, which is the most complex and complicated in SAP BPC. And whenever you people are in the real-time projects, and whenever you people are given the task of securities, the most complex would be task profiles and data access profiles. Comparatively, task profiles is much more complex. So task profiles, we just need to click on this new button here. Here we will get is ID and description we have to give. ZT ZaranTech task profile. So I'm just clicking on here next. So the next option would be tasks, assign tasks. So here are the list of tasks we have which are available in SAP BPC, like administration, analysis and collection, audit, business process flows, collaboration, comments, and whatever. Almost like every task will be having it. And in administration, if we want to have any specific task to be assigned, we can also do that. So if we just look at the administration, these are the list of tasks which are available in administration: manage modules, manage environments, manage business rules, and blah blah blah. So if you just click on administration here and add, he'll be able to do all the tasks under administration. What all we have, he'll be able to do it. So instead of administration, if we just want him to have only models, he'll not be able to. If we just want the respective user to work only on models, not on environments, we can just select the respective task, or we can just add up manage dimensions as well. So he'll be able to do only two tasks in the administration, and he'll not be able to do any other task other than these two things. So similarly, if you want, you can drill down to anything: manage templates, use templates, save data, and we can just also include audit or business process flows, or commenting, or data manager. And data manager, we do have many options here, like admin packages, transformation, conversions, and all those things. So if we just want any task, all these tasks are available under the section tasks. We can just filter them and we can just add up to the respective tasks. So just click on this next button, and here is the review option we have. Finally, task profile ZTTP will be created. It will be assigned to two tasks. I'm just clicking on finish here, and task profile has been added. You can close the window. So here is the task profile you have. And if you see here, we don't see any teams or users assigned to this task profile. So we have just now created is a new task profile with its ID and description, with the tasks available for the domain. So here are the two tasks which we have already given, and we just need to create any task team here. We can just add, go to the respective tab, teams, click on add and remove. You can just add up admin and ZaranTech, click on OK, and just go for the users, add a user here, click on APM user, click on OK, then click on OK, and then save your work. The work is being done. And if you just come back to this original screen, and now you can see that we have assigned two teams for the task profile ZTTP, and we have assigned one user for the respective task. So if you just want to modify if you have any requirement on modifying the current task profile, we can just click on the respective task, and we can just go to the tasks tab and click on add and remove, wherein you can see the available tasks you have, and we can just modify accordingly. We can just add some more things here. Okay, and I'm just clicking on OK. Click on save. This will change your task profile. But in real-time scenario, whenever you're working on securities, the first thing and foremost thing, you'll be given almost like 50 to 60 pages of PDF file, wherein you have to understand that PDF file and then go accordingly with assigning of users, teams, task profiles, and data access profiles. So then comes with data access profiles. By default, whenever you are creating whenever you have the system, you will have three primary task profiles you have. One is primary admin, secondary admin, system admin. So primary admin will be having these tasks like administration, analysis, collection, audit, collaboration, comments, publish, security, and web reporting. And the teams and users will be the respective. And if you just go to the secondary thing, okay, here we have is administration and only folder access. By default, we'll have these things. System admin is something like you can work on the system administration tasks and system security and all those stuff. So these are the three different task profiles. Whenever you get or whenever you create any environment, these are the three different task profiles which will be available for you in the system.
So is it a primary admin is for the functional people?
It's nothing like functional or for this thing. Primary admin is something like who can work on the primary aspects of SAP BPC, like administration, reports, or any other basic things like for administration tasks. Whatever be the tasks they have, they'll be able to work on. There is no difference in access for functional or technical.
Okay,
that
so
is the nature of duty they'll be working on. Yeah, go on, Sanjeev.
Sorry. So who will get these? And can one person or can one user can have all these three profiles which are defaulted in there?
The thing is, by using these security options with the help of primary, secondary, and security, we'll not be able to change anything. It's only on making the other user suffer. That's it. If I just change your access to one profile to another profile in the system, you will not be able to work on the particular model or particular environment. That's it. You will not be changing anything in the database or in the backend. These security options are restricted only in SAP BPC.
So what is the function of these individual profiles then? I mean, what is the point of giving three? Is there any specific use of these three?
We do have a specific use of these three things. Like these are the basic. We can also have multiple task profiles depending upon the size of the company and the roles and responsibilities of the employees. System admin will be working on the system administration thing, and secondary admin and primary admin, you can just take it as an consultant and a lead consultant. So wherein the consultant will be working on the data and the lead consultant will be approving the data by reviewing the same and working on that. And he'll be having a different set of accesses. If you just look at this analysis, audit, and all those things, primary admin is like just a consultant who can work on those things, and once he works on all these things, he works on creation of business rules, script logic, dimension, environments, and everything. Someone who has to approve that, right? That will be a secondary admin. He'll have an access for the administration, but here it is completely different. But not one person will be having all the access. He'll not the decision maker in the system, right? One person will be doing it, another one will be monitoring, third one will be approving it. So in the similar way, we do have access rights in SAP BPC. So most probably these are the default ones, primary admin and secondary admin. But these people have changed with their respective things. But in real time, we do have many more like this. Like consultant will be there, lead will be there, architect will be there, and on top of these people will be having a client. They will be approving on those things.
Sorry, so that is probably for the project time. After that, so after what happens after the project is over and it is handed over to the business, do they need any of these access?
Yeah, definitely. Because even in the business also, whenever they are doing any data input or running any journal postings or any crucial task, it's not that one will be entering it. A primary admin will be entering the data, and the secondary admin will be approving that. So depending upon their roles and responsibilities, someone will be under primary admin, some will be under secondary admin, third one will be under approver. Even in some cases, I've seen that in task profiles they do have a profile called as approver. Approvers will have all the managers, respective regional heads or cost center manager, something like that, wherein they'll be approving those things. So whenever you click on something, you'll be sending a mail or you'll be given a notification to your respective leads or your respective approvers. So they'll be doing an approval. So whenever you are in a project, you see, just like I'll just give you a small example. Whenever you are filling in a timesheet in your office or any other place, directly you will not be submit. Once you submit that, your timesheet will be sent to your approver, appropriate approver. For a SAP consultant, he'll have an approver as his manager, and for Java consultant, he will have an approver for Java who is a manager of Java team. So once you submit that, that will be sent a mail to your approver stating that, hey, so and so person consultant who is working under you has submitted his timesheet. Please do approve it. It depends on the model, depends on the work you work on. It will be routed to your respective approvers. So approvers can also be in the task profiles, wherein once you input something, he'll be approving it. So even after your completion of the project, once it is go live, you'll be having these primary admins, secondary admins, approvers, system admins. And system admin is something like wherein if you have any issues or if someone says that I'm not able to input data or I'm not able to look at that particular model, then we'll just raise a ticket so that that ticket will be assigned to a system admin in BPC if it is a BPC issue, or if it is not a BPC issue, that will be handed over to the BPC BI Securities team or a basis team so that they can take care of the issue. But in real-time scenario, primary admin and secondary admin will not have any authorizations on the securities like user creations, teams, task profiles, and data access profiles, unless and until it is a development system and which is in the scratch level of development. So that's fine with you, or do you have any questions on these things?
Yeah, well, look, I'm still not very sure what these three are for. I understood partially what they are trying to say here, but I'm not sure what is the function. I could not understand what exactly they're going to do.
So, like primary admin, secondary admin, right?
Yeah, system I can understand, and I can see that those primary admin and secondary admin have two different tasks there. So.
Yeah,
so is
one thing.
Workflow scenario is that the workflow is gone to there and that is what they're going to do, or one person can have both of them, or one person can have all three of them?
No, one person will have only one, not two. If you are a primary admin and I'm secondary admin, you will have a respective task for yourself, and secondary admin will have a respective task for him. One person will not have multiple tasks.
Okay.
So basically something like inputting something and you'll having an approver, and it all depends on how big is the company. And if you just take an system admin here, he'll be able to do all these tasks under administration.
Yeah.
And if you just look at the securities, he'll be able to do only these two, administration and folder access. Other than these two things, he'll not be able to do any other things. And we just have this option task profiles just because in a big company we do have lot many employees, more than 1,000 or 2,000 people who will be working. It can be users, or it can be super users, or it can be consultants, IT consultants, or it can be for any team. It can be from finance, sales. Just to bifurcate these users from depending upon their jobs, teams, models, we just create these users, teams, task profiles, so that we can just have these users under a group of people who are from finance team will be under finance team, group of people who are under sales team will be under sales team, and task profiles is something like in finance team we have 20 people. Not 20 people will be doing all the jobs, right? Under BPC, they'll be having respective jobs depending upon that. Depending upon their duties, if it is a manager, he'll be approving it. And if it is a very complex scenario, even that can be escalated to higher regional head or a zonal head, wherein he'll be approving that. So depending upon the bifurcation and the level of approving, we just create these tasks and we'll create an admin wherein he can monitor those things. Don't worry about what are the if you just see here primary admin, you have set of tasks.
Yeah.
This is a training system, Sanjeev. Every people will be working on this.
Okay,
so these are not the tasks which will be having it.
Yeah. Okay. So these generally will not be given to the users.
Yeah. And first of all, in the real-time scenario, we'll not be able to open up this as well. We'll not be able to create task profiles or any other thing in the production system. We'll not have this access at all, first of all.
So generally you'll have a customized task profile, customized access according to the situation.
Whenever you are in the real-time system, you will be having your ID, right? Sanjeev 123 you have.
Yeah.
For that ID, you will not have any option called a security option. You will not be under system admin. Whether you will be in a primary admin or secondary admin, which will not have the securities option. You will not have a task called securities. Securities is being given only to the system admins, like who is working on SAP basis kind of thing, administration tasks.
So what all is involved in that actually was, because it looks like this scenario can happen to us. So I'm just trying to understand what is involved. Say suppose this system admin role is given, then what is there?
System admin role will not be given to us, because it's usually been given to a basis guy, and the task will be given is whenever you're working on the securities in SAP BPC. There is a lot much difference between securities in SAP BI securities and BPC securities. BI securities is much more difficult, and BPC securities is a simpler one, but in that task profiles and data access profiles are complex. First thing is, whenever you have been given any securities job in BPC, it is not too complex, it's a laborious. It's something like they'll be giving you almost like 40 to 50 pages of a PDF file, wherein they'll give you a list of users, teams, and what are the tasks to be performed. So we have to read those things, and we have to look for which team you have to assign that user. First of all, we have to assign those users. They'll not have a once. You'll be having almost like 200 to 300 users here. You just need to search for them, like EPM user 522. So you have to select in a similar way, and then you have to add the respective users to the selected users and add up your users. Then if you are being given in that the PDF file, you will be having different set of teams, you'll be having. You might have sales, finance, HR, cost center 1, cost center 2, cost center 3, or profit center 1, profit center 2, or depending upon the size of the company, you'll have the teams, maybe 20 or 30 or 50 as well, depending upon that.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll create teams as well.
So under the team, you have the data access task profile, then you have data access profile.
Yeah, under the teams, not under the teams. We'll assign data access profiles and task profiles to the teams.
Okay.
First, we'll create the teams.
Okay.
We'll assign the users first, then we'll create the teams, then we'll create the task profiles. If, example, administration, BPC admin is there. He is good at working on the administration tasks. So creating an administrator is something like in BPC is not almost like working on all the administration tasks. So you create a task profile for that. And it's an example. It has something to do with in the PDF. They'll give you a PDF wherein it has, you have to create these many task profiles.
So when you say PDF, is a SAP PDF or the requirement from the business?
The requirement for the business.
Okay. So you have a matrix of the scenario, our constant. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Depending upon that matrix, you'll have to create all the things and then assign the task profiles and data access profiles to the respective teams.
Okay.
And then you have to assign the users to the teams.
So can you assign directly the data access profile to the user?
We can. Yeah, if you just see at these things, you can also assign data access profile to the user.
So does it create any complication? Does it have any problems?
No, we'll not have any. It's only on the data accessing, right?
Yeah.
So we haven't started on data access, right? So you'll not have any issues on that. We are just assigning number of users to the data access profile. That's it.
Okay. So what I understood so far is that task profiles are basically what access a user can have within the BPC, like what functional areas they can go to, like administration or data model or web or audit or whatever.
Yeah.
And by data access profile, what I understood so far is that whether they can have access to read or write within that, whatever they have access in task profiles.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Within that particular model or within that particular environment. So if you just go on with the data access profiles, here you have is only one. We can just create another data access profile, and similarly you can just give the ID and description ZT tab ZaranTech data access profile. So here is we do have all the list of models available. So we can just allow access profile to the respective things for all members. It is right, and depending upon the requirement, we can just add up the teams. Teams is something like we'll have in the BPC system administration. Just now we have seen, right? Whatever be the teams we have, we can just add up. And what are the users we have, list of users, we can just add those users and click on save. So if you see here, we have ZT tab, one team and one user. And to edit those things, you can just click on this and we can just add up another things. Like what is that we have created? Okay. First thing we have is we have given right access to all the members. Other than members, no access. So we can also change for another things as well. So all members can also give right access. So it's only on the access rights for respective model based on teams and users. Only these ZT first can be accessed by the team ZT or by the user EPM user 522. It's not a mandate that EPM user 522 should be from the team ZT. He can be from the admin. Okay.
Right. Okay. One more thing which is lingering. So when I created the model yesterday, there was an option secured there. So do we need to check anything there?
If it is a secured thing, we have to. It is something like whenever you are creating any model,
yeah,
you do have an option called as secured here, right?
Yeah, yeah.
About this you are talking, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
So okay, this is the purpose is something like whenever you are working on the security, sorry, it's not security, secured model. This is called a secured model since we have a secured dimension here. So the security here we have is, it's just nothing but we will not be able to delete this model unless we make this unsecured. It's only on the security type, and more option we'll be discussing on once we are in particular to one specific topic on this. Unless and until we have a secure dimension, we'll not be able to work on the proper consolidation or the proper planning kind of thing. Since we haven't come to that stage, I haven't discussed on this secured dimension. So just if we just unclick this, and now if we want to delete this consolidation model, we'll be able to delete it. Unless we have till we have this secure dimension, we'll not be able to delete any particular model unless we do not have any secure dimension in that.
So is entities a secure dimension?
Yeah, they have made it.
Okay, so it has to be an entity, nothing else.
Nothing. You can also make something like it's depending upon the requirement. So we'll just look at that secured dimension whenever it comes on with the process. Like whenever you're working on those aspects like consolidation or planning or any other thing. Or whenever this time comes on, like when I have to give you an explanation on overview on the project oriented, I'll just give you an overview on the secure dimension as well. So this was all about securities on this one. Users, teams, task profiles, and data access profiles. Let me know if you have any questions on these things.
I certainly have questions on the BI security because that is probably what's going to go on this. Is there any?
I'm not sure. Come again.
Okay. Is there any mandatory roles to be given assigned in BI to have a BPC user created or can have access to?
I'm not the right person. I'm not sure of that, but there should be something. I'm not sure of from the BI prospect. So any more questions, guys? Okay, we will just wind up the class for today, and just let me know if you have any questions on. And please do not change anything in SAP BI as I have shown you earlier, like right clicking on real-time security data and something like that. If you have any issues on inputting, just escalate that to a respective team or drop a mail to this the reply to your mail which you have got so that they can look into that.
Yeah, I think we don't have access, looks like, anyway.
Okay. Just look at them. You don't have access?
I tried to break it, it didn't break actually.
Which one?
I'm just joking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't do. That's fine. And just have a focus on the assignments which we have discussed on.
Yeah.
Just a quick question on the assignment. Sorry, I'm going to work on it tonight, so I haven't worked on it. I just made sure that I had access.
Okay.
So I was going through the assignment page on ZaranTech's website, and essentially I noticed that there are a bunch of Excel documents in there.
Okay.
Is that those Excel documents are what you want us to work on? There's accounts, category, and entity.
Yep. These are the master data which I said I will be providing you on.
Okay.
So that you will have master data available, and you can just work on the reports as well.
Okay, so what do we do with the master data? Should we do you just want us to notice that these are the data that is in there, or is that something we need to utilize?
Just look at the master data which I have provided in the account category, entity, and time dimensions.
Yeah.
Just load it under the appropriate dimensions.
Okay, we should load it.
Yeah. Just copy and paste and
Yeah.
process the dimension.
Okay. Okay, all right. Thank you.
And once you are done with that, you can just work on these 4 to 5 reports. And we'll just
which 4 to 5 reports?
I've just given you here, right? Account dimension in the row and time for both report and input schedule, and just practicing on the reporting aspects, what we have discussed on. That's it.
Oh, okay. So it's not that you specifically put a different assignment somewhere else?
No, these are the only things.
Oh, okay.
Just to have an understanding on just practicing on the reports and topic we have discussed on. That's it.
Okay. All right.
Nothing on the specific area.
Okay.
Okay.
Shankar, anything, any assignment on security side?
I'm not sure as of now.
Yes. Okay.
Securities I haven't worked on, but
Right?
yeah, assignments will make us more strong on the subject, right?
Of course.
So I'll just check on if I can just get a matrix on BPC, that BPC Securities, that would be great. But I'm not sure how many of my friends are in the securities.
Okay.
If I can get by end of the session, we complete this batch, I'll definitely give you.
Okay.
Okay.
But I'm not sure on the securities. I'll just try to give you one assignment on securities, but not in this week. Maybe after a week or 2 weeks later.
Okay.
I have to get that metrics first, and then I'll just share you that. Okay.
Okay. And also, I was looking at within the Google Drive. There are some documents that are posted in there. Do you want us to take a look at any one of them? Is that something?
What is that? This materials?
Yeah, in the Google Drive. Yeah, SAP BPC material.
Just a second, I haven't checked on that. You can just look at this. I haven't checked on these things, but let me check on these things first, and I'll just get back to you.
Okay.
Because it has a lot many material available, lot many folders.
Yeah, a lot of materials there. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm not sure. If you have, I'm not sure. Just give me till next week, like next session. I'll just tell you on what are the materials you can just look into.
Okay.
Because I haven't checked till now.
Okay.
What is this one? Other materials. Okay. One folder is empty and another is having some information. So I'll just check out that material and I'll just let you know on that. What materials you can refer to. And if I'll also check with some material which I have, so that I can just post it in the system, in the discussion board. Okay. Yeah, thanks guys.
Your folder is also empty.
Which one? My folder. I haven't.
Shankar.
Okay. Oh, do I have a folder in this?
Yeah, if you go into BPC material.
Okay, I'm in the material itself.
No, click on the SAP BPC material link.
Where is that? Okay, this one?
No, the other one, yeah, the first one, yeah.
Okay.
Then, if you scroll on SAP materials, I think it's the fourth one.
Okay, this one. Okay. Yeah. I haven't uploaded anything till now. So just give me a couple of days so that I'll just check off the other 3 folders. Okay. And then I'll just load the relevant material.
Okay, alright.
And one more thing, just a small question from my side. And in reporting side, we have to be a thorough or good understanding on Excel reports as Excel formulas as well.
Okay.
Which is not covered in this thing. So do you guys need those things as well, or it's only on the BPC front you need? Like Excel formulas, or you'll be practicing. If you just give on this Excel, you
Like
have
what kind of formulas?
some and other things, right?
For me, I know. I don't know about everybody else.
Okay. Just think of those things and
Well,
let
look,
me know
I'm not.
so that yeah, Sanjay, go on.
Well, look, I'm not great on the Excel side at all, but what I want is really the technical stuff out, how the BW works with BPC and how the data loading takes place, how the data manager works.
Yeah, Sanjeev, we haven't started the data load set. Still we are 1 week, you are almost like 1 week ahead.
And really the scripts, script logics and all those things. But look, I'd love to have a small session if you can take out some time on the formula, whatever is needed. I'd love to take it.
Yeah, sure. I'll just figure out something for that. I'll just prepare some Excel so that we can just have that. Okay. Important commands, I can just share you those things on the dashboard or in the materials.
Yeah.
Thank you for attending the session. I hope you all enjoyed it. Don't forget to visit our Vimeo page and follow for more upcoming videos.